Yo, so you want some self-improvement content that will actually improve your day-to-day life? Well, you need to understand, not just intellectually, but emotionally understand that you are not your thoughts. And what do I mean by this, right? So let's say you go to work at 9 in the morning and a colleague says something rude to you and just pisses you off. You just get really annoyed and you have negative thoughts about this guy, and then that spirals because your whole mood is set negative now because you've identified with the thoughts. So it spirals and suddenly you're like, wow, let's fuck this job. I don't even want to work here. And then you're there thinking, wow, I don't even want to go home, because when I go home, I've got to clean the dishes and I've got to do this. And that girl won't even text me back because I'm useless. And you've got all these thoughts going through your head. And you just created a negative day because you've identified with every single thought that's come into your head. So why is this bad? Well, it's obvious why it's bad, because you've just ruined your day. But it's useless to even hold on to it because it's not the real you. It's not the real you because you're not being yourself when you have thoughts. The real you, or something that's closer to the real you, is when you're in a flow state. Let's say there's a group of your friends together, 4 or 5 years, and you're on a night out. When you're in that scenario and you've had a few drinks, let's say, you're just being you. You've got no thoughts in your mind. You're just going with the conversation, a bit like I am now. And there's not much going on. You're just being yourself and you're being present. And you're not overthinking things. We call this the flow state. You may get it with when you play sports, or when you're in the gym, or when you're at work. But that's just the flow state. And that's the closer to the real authentic you who doesn't have any thoughts in his head. I think it's important to understand this because if you actually end up identifying with every single thought, you become a victim to your own emotions and your own thoughts, because you actually have zero control over your next thought. Let's say I say now, don't think of an elephant. You naturally end up thinking of an elephant, and you had zero saying that. So this is why you have to develop that ability to just watch them. Sometimes you'll get a thought and you let it go. Sometimes you get a thought and you act on it. But at the end of the day, you're in control because it's your thoughts in your head. I think when you consider that the only thing you actually have until the day you die is anything that you perceive from your mind, not just like your brain, like your actual mind. Like, how does your mind interpretate things? Like, what feelings, thoughts, and emotions are attached to the things that you see? I think it's important to make your mind your friend, because it's just literally you and your mind all day long, all day, every day, until you die. So why would you not at least make it on the same team as you? And that means working with your mind. So when you get a thought that you don't like, you reject it. Just like the same way, let's say a friend disrespects you, right? A friend does something just like backstabbing, sly. Let's say you lend him some money and he doesn't pay you back. You just be like, well, fuck you. Like, you're not a friend. Like, you'd either ask for the money back, and if he says no, then you just be like, right, we're not friends anymore. Right? Let's say it's like a decent amount of money, like, $1,000 or something. Not like 10 quid. You'd be like, yeah, we're not being friends anymore. Same with your mind. Let's say your mind does something disrespectful to you, gives you an intrusive thought. Reject it. Don't accept the thought. Only accept the thought when your mind is being kind to you, because you want to develop a good friendship with your mind over the course of your life. It will take time. It may take a couple of years. I feel like I'm a few months into this and I'm noticing good differences from it. But it's just you and your mind till the day you die. So that is everything. Hope it helps. See you later.